guys, welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new. My name's Heather Salter-Purves. I'm a Sapphic fantasy and folklore author, and I thought I would bring you along and give you some recommendations on some Sapphic books that I have read and enjoyed this year. Classics all the way through to dark academia, epic fantasy, self-published books. So grab yourself a little notebook and pen. You may have enough time to pop out to the shop or order them and get them wrapped up for under your festive gift giving. So let's dive on in. Contemporary, and then I'll move into historical, classic, epic fantasy, and then some self-published recs. Here today is the Invocations by Krystal Sutherland. So this follows three separate people about witchcraft. So Zara Jones believes that magic, because the alternative is too painful to consider, that her murdered sister is gone forever, and though there is nothing that she can do about it, she'll be gone forever. It takes claws her own sister back from the grave, even trading into the occult. Jude Wolfe may be the daughter of a billionaire, but she has undeniable curse. After dealing with the demon horribly wrong, her soul has slowly been turning necrotic. It's a miserable existence, marred by pain, sickness, and a monstrous thing that taunts her in the night. And now that she has a glimpse beyond the veil, Jude's desperate to find someone to undo the damage before she's gone too far. Enter Emma Byrne, an orphaned witch with a dark past and a deadly power, aka the solution to both Zara and Jude's problems. Though Emma lives in hard scrabble life, she gives away her most valuable asset, her invocations, to women in hopeless situations who are willing to sacrifice a piece of their soul in exchange for the scrap of power. Zara and Jude are willing, but they first need to find Emma. Her clients start turning up dead all over London. Vital clue leads Zara and Jude right to her. If a serial killer is targeting her clients, Emma wants to know why and to stop them. She strikes a tedious alliance with Zara and Jude to hunt the killer before they're next, even if she can't give them in return what they want. Most a sister and a soul. So this is just dark, spooky, ooky stuff. Really enjoyed it. I also loved House of Hollow, that has a queer cast of characters as well. So Krystal Sutherland may be someone to check out. We also have one of the books that fundamentally changed how I view dark academia and sort of sapphic tales, and that is S.T. Gibson's An Education in Malice. So love is a sacrifice. One of us always is going to bleed for the other. Deep in the forgotten hills of Massachusetts stands a college, isolated and ancient. It is not a place for timid girls. Here secrets are currency, ambitions is lifeblood, and strange ceremonies welcome students into the fold. On her first day, Laura is thrust into an intense academic rivalry with the beautiful and knowing Carmilla. Together they are drawn into the confidence and demanding poetry Professor LaFontaine, who holds her own dark obsession with Camilla. But as the rivalry blossoms into something more delicious, Laura must confront her own strange hungers, tangled with the sinister game of politics, bloodthirsty professors, and dark magic. Laura and Camilla must decide how much they are willing to sacrifice in the ruthless pursuit of knowledge. Really enjoyed this dark academia with occult followings and sort of the intoxicating nature of rivalry, whether you love or hate someone, which then leads me into Hungerstone by Kat Dunn, which is a historical fiction vampire story centered also on Camilla, where a young lady moves to the countryside and then an intoxicating and enigmatic young woman comes to stay in the manor, and her husband's very absent. So highly recommend that, which all stems from this beautiful edition of Camilla, which is the vampire tale before Dracula. Succeeds in inspiring a mysterious terror better than other writers. Sapphic vampires. Okay, in an isolated castle deep in the Austrian forest, Laura leads an solitary life with only her ailing father in company until one moonlit night a horse-drawn carriage crashes into view carrying an unexpected guest, a beautiful Carmilla. So begins the feverish friendship between Laura and the mysterious and enchanting companion. But as Carmilla becomes increasingly strange and volatile, prone to eerie nocturnal wanderings, Laura finds herself tormented by the nightmares and growing weaker by the day. Predating Dracula by 26 years, Carmilla is the original vampire tale steeped in sexual tension and Gothic romance. So yeah, it did inspire a lot of things. And I also think it's nice just to get people beautiful copies of the classics. So they did inspire Education of Malice and Hungerstone. We then move to epic fantasy, and that is The Priory of the Orange Tree and The Day of Fallen Night by Samantha Shannon. This is a brick, so if you want to snuggle up or let your friend snuggle up with a book over the course of holidays. It's Dragons, Queendoms. Moses is the sister of the Priory. For 50 years she has trained as a sworn to slay worms, but none of them appear since the Nameless One, and the younger generation is starting to question the Priory's purpose. In the north, in the Kingdom of Innis Saba, an ambitious has married the new king of Hoth, narrowly saving both realms from ruin. Their daughter Gloriana trails in their shadows exactly where she wants to be. The dragons of the east have slept for centuries. Doomman spends her life in the mountain towers, trying to wake the gods from their long slumber. Now someone from her mother's past is coming to upend her fate. Dread Mount erupts, bringing with it an age of terror and violence. These women must find the strength to protect humankind from the devastating threat. So it's an intricate and epic. The Day of Fallen Night sweeps readers back into the Priory of the Orange Tree. So this is a prequel. And then you have Heliacle Rising by C.E. Davie. This is the beautiful bookish and spice edition. It has since been picked up by New Dawn Press and has some beautiful new covers, which are here. There also may be a TV show in the works. Raised to be a wife, taught to be obedient, expected to obey, taken by the word of the Lord during her parents' slave, forced to navigate a new world, trying to become what's required of her in the world so vastly different from what she has known. When Attica, the kingdom of the witchlings, moves to rise again, territories long alienated are forced to unite, secrets beyond measure, secrets that make her question everything. Elena Silza, has she become the world has known it. This is a Sapphic poly romance, an MMF, feminine rage and found family. It is the first book in a trilogy. And it has griffins in it. I really enjoyed it. The last couple of months have healed her from the ways that she had never thought possible, and this place felt more like home than she'd realised she'd been longing. So I highly recommend this. Also, if I can find it, Seanan McGuire's The Wayward Children series has a variety of different queer partnerships, and they're just short little novellas, so if you are just trying to give the gift of small little reads, I highly recommend them. And if you would like to support me, I have a female Hazem Stephanie in Welsh mythology reimagining of her Daffodil Queen, where we are following Keris. As her birthday looms on the horizons, she's able to submit her name into the goblet. If selected, she will receive the Daffodil Crown, meaning that she will bring wealth to her family. Yet each innocent girl is honoured disappears and never returns. She discovers that she'll be used as sacrifice in a blood ritual to the gods. Morgan has been alone for more than a century, left to rule in the dark over the souls, desperate for a better lot than their mortal coil. One moonlit light, two fates are intertwined. Keris will descend into the seductive nature of magic promised to her through the long bloodline, and Morgan will finally connect with someone equal in standing. Both of them will find the strength and love that they deserve for a lifetime, but the gods will not be happy. So they are Sapphic books I highly recommend if you are looking for a fun read for yourself, or just something to wrap up and put into festive gift giving this year. I would love for you to tell me what you've been reading. I will be back on Saturday with a live stream where I'm going to be wrapping a variety of different gifts, chatting with you guys, getting myself ready and in the festive spirit. So let's let love bloom in the dark, and I'll see you soon with a new video. Bye!